Tyler Manion said probably one of the best, if not the best men's physique ever to be on stage.
Bodybuilding is a very masculine, energy focused or dominated sport. Creativity is a feminine energy. And once I start taking gear, it like cuts it off. See, when I switch over, I'm not joking as much, I'm not as goofy, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like getting shit done. So I know with me pursuing classic, you gotta take more shit. Go with your discipline, not your feeling. And I think that's good to a certain extent. I feel like your subconscious is now building that reality that you've been asking for. The granola, because I was using that bare granola throughout the entire prep. But that almost fucked my look up.
What do you do to get to that peel look?
Clean, and I was doing T3.
And Terry is like a grainy men's physique athlete.
My physique edges his out. I think I have a smaller waist. I think I have a more drastic taper. I think I have a fuller chest. I think my back, a little more dimensions as far as like how wide my lats go. I think I can bring more detail. I want to out-condition it, but still keep that same fullness.
I've been using Modern Aminos for almost a year now for all my preps. Get the best peptides tested now on modernaminos.com. Code Leo always gives you the biggest discount possible. Major announcement, guys. The Peptide Encyclopedia is now to download. Check out the link in the description or the pinned comment, or go on my link tree. And the Anabolic Handbook is also available. All the compounds from A to Z broken down into benefits, downsides, administration, and so on. One favor I got to ask you though, if you could subscribe to this channel to help it grow, to get the highest caliber people on this podcast, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Now on with the episode.
Hey guys, new episode of the Overcome podcast with Kyron Holden, who just came off the Pittsburgh Pro with a pretty epic win. Tyler Manion said probably one of the best, if not the best men's physique ever to be on stage. We got to talk about how you accomplished that.
Yeah, yes indeed.
And
yes, indeed.
So now, like with that being said, beating the number 2 in the world, there's just one guy left. And with that statement of Tyler, there's maybe an Olympia win in sight. Yes, we will see.
Yes,
kind of exciting. You must be like on top of the world. I mean, how do you feel? You obviously feel great, right?
I feel great. I feel great, but I also feel relieved. I feel like they did that level of like just stress, that adrenaline dump that happens after a show. So I feel good. I'm able to like think about intellectually what I've done, but just want to get my energy back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think it's funny because sometimes you think like, oh, I got nothing to lose, but then after the show you're like, oh man, I wasn't as relaxed as I thought I was.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? You were like,
yeah. Did that level of anxiety that you count on. You know what I mean? Like as soon as you agree to do a show, like when you first agree, you're like, okay, it's real, and then you get into like your routine. But then once you sign the contract, and then once like the hype starts, it's like it doesn't matter how calm you can keep yourself. That level of anxiety is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And I think it should be.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Winning that must feel insane. But it's like, so I met you first in New York, 2019 or so.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
At Best Gym, and I think that was your first big win, right?
It was actually.
Yeah.
No, okay, so before that, I had done the Arnold in 2019. So like the Arnold in March was my first, and then New York was my second.
Oh, you had won that Arnold, so you came off.
No. So I got third at the Arnold.
See, that's my first big win.
Yeah,
it was the New York Pro where I met you. I was not a pro yet, and I remember then back then and watching the whole show. I'm like, if I ever do the New York Pro, I'll tattoo that logo on my foot or something. Like, I'm not gonna do it.
I get you.
But that was kind of funny. And yeah, so you've been always in the mix. But have you always felt like, oh, men's physique is what I want to do, or how did that start for you? Were you like a fan of bodybuilding? Are you like a historian?
Yeah.
And like,
to be perfectly honest, I definitely wasn't a historian of bodybuilding. It's something that you hear about like in your peripheral. But I didn't get into it until I seen a buddy of mine, Marvin Moss. Well, I was in the Navy at the time, and he was doing bodybuilding, but he was doing men's physique. So my only idea of bodybuilding was like being in the Speedo, and that didn't sound very appealing to me, especially in the mindset that I had back then. It didn't sound appealing. So when I seen there was a division where you can just be in board shorts and you can just kind of show your upper body a little bit and kind of see it in like the level, it was like entry level bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying? So like that intrigued me. I was like, I really couldn't do much else. I was like just getting in trouble in the Navy. So I was like, can't do much. I need something to focus my energy in to take me out of this mindset that I'm in currently.
Yeah. So I wonder, like, because they just introduced a weight cap to the division, and I see you pose like classic physique style sometimes.
Absolutely.
Training legs and all that. So did you have to change your training because of that new weight cap? Like, do you have to do less legs, or like, what do you have to do?
Okay, so the weight cap wasn't really maybe changed back in 2023. After the Olympia, I got in like 6th place. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna switch classes because a lot of the critique I was getting was my size was too big. You know what I'm saying? It was size and also balance throughout the full physique. So I decided to switch up my training. Then I was like training for Classic for that year. So during that year, that's when I really switched it up. That's when I started to focus on legs a lot more, focus on balance. And like, that's when I think that's when I fell in love with bodybuilding, like thoroughly. You know what I mean? Because at this point, you're looking at old bodybuilders, you're trying to learn how to pose. So that's when I really dived in deep and learned so much more about it. And I think that's what, that ultimately changed the game for me. So
now it's not a problem with the weight cap that you have to like try to train less legs because you might outgrow it, or
so with me, my
you have hollow bones.
My process has become very intuitive now.
Yeah.
So with my process being very intuitive, I know that I can't train 6 days a week. I can't train 5 days a week because then I'll get too big. So I know I can get 3 days in this day. I'll get 4 days in this day. I also know that if I don't train a certain day, my calorie consumption is a lot less. So like in that flow has just come very intuitive for me, and I feel like it's been working. Like I tried it out initially when I came back for the Daytona Pro in 2025. I tried to do the intuitive approach, and it worked out well for me. It was like one of my, like up until that point, one of my best physiques. And then again, I tried it for Ace of Stage, and it worked both times. So going into this one, I did the same thing. I know that, okay, you know what, I can't push as hard. I still want to lift heavy in certain body parts, like my shoulders. That's an area of improvement for me. So I know I can still lift heavy there, but other body parts I wouldn't go as heavy. Still focusing on like detail and make sure my mechanics are good, but just knowing when to apply pressure and when to fall back.
But isn't that kind of weird when like you kind of think maybe I could build an even better physique, but you're not allowed to?
Yes, but 100%, 100%. Like once you get to see the potential of it, and like I got to see the potential of it in 2023, I was like, oh shit, like I could build something dope. But also, I think in the 2 years that I took off, I dived back into some other like what's it called?
Aspects.
Not just other passions of mine, basically. I love music, you know what I'm saying? I played around with music before the Navy, then while I was in the Navy, and then like having that time off, I dived back into got like a keyboard, got a mic, got the DAWs for it, and I started to like play around with it, started making beats again, and I realized that I still had that connection. But what I did realize is that once I started taking gear, once I started taking orals more specifically, it like cuts it off. It's weird when you can like, I can be sitting around, I can think of a melody easy. But when I have it in my system, it's like...
Is it because it kind of like makes you emotionless?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bodybuilding is... We know we have two parallel energies that we continue that we use and channel each day, masculine and feminine energy. Bodybuilding is a very masculine energy focused or dominated sport. Creativity is a feminine energy. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
100 women give birth. They create. That's the ultimate creation.
Okay, that's true, but
exactly, yeah.
but that's not in your brain. She's not like creating the baby in your brain. That feminine energy, because the energy that don't just exist in our brain, it exists in our heart, it exists within our auric field. You know what I mean? So like that creative energy is 100% feminine energy. Okay, I would disagree because if you look at researchers and developers, it's mostly men. I mean, you can say, okay, historically it's a patriarchy, so obviously there's more men.
Yes.
Yeah, but the only person I know is Marie Curie. She's a physicist. But that's the only kind of big inventor. I probably missed some people that. You know, like Einstein was a guy, Tesla was a guy.
But okay,
maybe we have just a lot of feminine energy as men too. So.
I think there are definitely men with a lot more feminine energy, and you can. And I feel like the men with the more feminine energy, they attract women more. Like they you know what I'm saying? 100%. Like I see what you're saying, that there's a lot of male creators, but I think those male creators are tapped into their feminine energy, but they're also tapped into their masculine. You have to be balanced, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they have a little bit more natural feminine energy, but they know how to tap into their masculine to then bring it into the physical.
I see what your distinction is.
Yeah.
Like you're like, feminine is kind of feelings and emotions.
Yeah, yes.
And masculine is kind of
execution. Masculine is execution, fucking structure. Yeah. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the feminine archetype of what that energy means, not so much female. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. And so you start taking whatever halo or trend, and you're like, okay, like I have no more emotions. I'm a robot.
Yes.
But is that kind of also good, because then you go more disciplined?
That's the trade-off. I become way, and my lady can see it too. She can see when I switch over to like fucking to like more structure, more discipline. Like I'm not joking as much. I'm not as goofy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like getting shit done. So and I can tell that. So I know with me pursuing classic, you gotta take more shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I can build a really good physique, but I know that for me to push the limits of being actually competitive, I don't want to do it and not be competitive to where I'm at in men's physique. You know what I mean? I want to fucking, if I'm gonna do it, I want to go.
What's your weight cut?
209.
Well, and in classic will be 219.
219, yeah.
So you're like me, like just over 5'10".
Yeah, 5'10" 3/4.
Yeah, okay, yeah, same. So you had the same weight cut. So you have to be okay. I could do that. I think I was one day before New York. I was 209. So
oh shit! Okay.
2 days before. 2 days before.
Got you.
I was 209 in the morning. So I could have.
Yeah, you do look.
No, I don't look like.
Come on.
I don't have the physique for that. But it's interesting, yeah. But it's so different. Like some people look so much heavier than they are. So
absolutely.
But what's interesting is you said you can't train that much. So how many times a day did you train for this in this prep?
So in the beginning, again, it's very intuitive. So in the beginning of the prep, I'm like trying to fill out my muscles again. I'm trying to like trying to really build this shape out.
Can you turn this up?
Yeah, got you. Might be. Sorry, guys. Let's see. In the beginning, when I'm trying to like reestablish my shape and like just build the shape that I want to bring to stage, that's when I'm lifting heavy. I'm going more consistently. But then like in the middle, when I know I'm trying to like lose the body fat and like just kind of dropping weight and make like, it's so many small factors you have to consider. Bro.
I think you have to swipe down and go on.
Hold for silent. I have silent. There you go. Shouldn't say anything else. So like, there's so many small factors now that you have to consider. It's obviously like getting as peeled as you can, getting as fat free as you can, but also making the weight, but also having enough muscle to like make everything pop on stage. So like as I get to it, again, it's intuitive. So I know one day I go and I'm not feeling it, and that's what I hear so much is like don't go with the discipline, not your feeling. And I think that's good to a certain extent. I think it's good when you're trying to establish that discipline. But once you already have the discipline, you know it's not laziness with you. For me at this point, I've been doing this shit for years. I know it's not laziness. My body's telling me no. Because once you have the goal in mind, you put it there and you like cemented it in your brain, I feel like your subconscious is now building that reality that you've been asking for. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know that every like little nudge or intuitive nudge that I get is leading me to that goal. And I think this prep showed me that 100%.
And so do you have a crazy metabolism, or do you do a lot of cardio then, or you just starve? Or
no, I think I have a crazy metabolism. So like my routine in the morning is a lot of breath work. So I do something called lion's breath. Mm-hmm. And lion's breath is like you inhale, but you breathe out open mouth, right? And that stimulates your thyroid. So like I feel like with the breath work that I do, and we lose fat through our breath. So with me doing that, I'll do that and I'm fucking sweating already. That on top of being at a calorie deficit, on top of the cardio, I know I'm gonna drop the fat.
How much cardio do you do?
At the end of it, I was doing an hour a day. And for me, so I was doing maybe 30 minutes or more on the bike, and then I transitioned to doing 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. And by the time I was a week out, it was an hour on the Stairmaster.
Our Stairmaster is tough, yeah.
It's
So
rough.
you do way more cardio than me.
Yeah.
I just do steps. So I have to do cardio because I don't walk around that much. Or
Yeah.
like I have to use a treadmill.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the only thing I do is walk.
Yeah.
And like seriously, like 2.5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
A little bit elevation. That's like I just walk really. But it's cool. It works. Like I don't have to do more than walk. And I think especially for me, maybe for you it would be the same if you do classic, to preserve the leg size.
Yeah.
Especially like when the body part you don't have is the one that goes first.
Yes.
So
the
if
newer
you-
muscle, at least.
And if I would over tax my legs, and same for you with a ton of cardio, and then you have to train them too, you're gonna train them off you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, something that I have seen that works a little bit. Still, obviously, you're still gonna lose some, but the intensity. You know how like sprinters, how their leg muscles are fucking incredible. So for me, I like to, and again, I didn't have to do cardio for a very long time throughout the prep. So there's a big portion of prep where I wasn't doing any cardio. It was just diet, me training, and I was losing what I could. But obviously, once you get closer and you're trying to fucking get to that next level of conditioning, that's the cardio one. So I had the benefit of not having to do it as often. But at the end, I would put the Stairmaster. I would start at 8, then to 9, then to 10. Now the intensity's up, and intensity is still gonna help you keep some of the muscle because you're activating the muscle. So I think that helps as well. I think it's the same concept as like how sprinters, they obviously short distances, but the intensity in which they're running at is still stimulating muscle.
I think it depends if you're like crazy sore from your leg workout.
Yes.
You don't have. You might just have to do legs once a week or so. You know?
Okay, but I separate it. So I'll do quads and then I'll do hamstring or posterior day on a different day. So I'm hitting them kind of twice. You know what I mean? Because you'll still hit some quads when you're doing like leg press.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you try not to train too hard, or what?
Oh no, I still, the intensity is still there, but the days that I go.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah. So it sounds like you do everything by yourself, right?
No, so I have a coach, but
Okay.
in the beginning, I lean on him heavily, but now I understand. I have my own clients as well, so I have taken the reins when it comes to my diet, my training, and all that stuff. He's a second eye. He lets me know. Oh, now we add this. Now we take this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how he helps me now. And also when it comes to peak week, him being the eye, and just also just energetic wise, I need him there. You know what I'm saying? So like. As soon as I start prep, he gives me the range to handle certain aspects
Who's
of
your
it.
coach?
DJ Pure.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen him
he's
before.
absolutely doing a good job with you.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in how you peaked, because Tyler also said it was probably the best peak physique he's ever seen of you. So how did you peak for that show?
Okay, so again, first I kept my sodium, like I did what I want with my sodium. I made sure I kept it in, but then I increased it the week prior. You know what I'm saying? Just this way you're filling the muscle up with water, and then drop the sodium a little bit, and then add it a little bit for the last 2 days. So I think me obviously adding the sodium that week prior with the pickles and whatnot, and then keeping it in until like Tuesday, and then dropping it a little bit, like, but then leading up, I felt like I was just hitting the mark. Like each day I'm like, okay, this is where I should be, this is where I should be, this is where I should be. It's very intuitive, but I get that nudge, all right, add this, take away that. And obviously it's not like a hard set formula, but I feel like when you do it this way, you can never fuck it up. As long as you keep I'm big on balancing my chakras, because if your channel is clear, you'll get the information. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I learned.
But it's interesting that you put back sodium more the last 2 days.
Not more. I didn't increase it from what it was. I didn't increase it to what it was the week prior in the first 2 days of peak week. Okay. I dropped it, but I still had it in.
You dropped it for the weight cut? Or?
No, I dropped it just to not be to drop some of the water. You know what I'm saying? So like that third Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it was a lot lower. Mm-hmm. But then Friday night and then Saturday morning, we up it again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you get it super full, but you don't spill.
Yeah. Nah.
Interesting. Because a lot of people might think like, oh, this approach would make you spill, but okay, that's good. Maybe you piss a lot during the night, huh?
For sure.
Regularly,
For sure, yeah.
So you didn't use a diuretic?
You did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. So like that. Once you kind of handle as much as you can, and you got to that level, now you just need a little bit of extra help to get rid of the whatever extra there.
And do you take a lot before stage?
This is my very own clothing line. Faith isn't meant to stay hidden. These shirts put your inside on the outside. One bold Bible verse, epic aligning images for street or gym. Every shirt sold sends $5 directly to Christian charities, building wells, feeding families, and sharing the gospel. This isn't just clothing. It's a walking testimony. Wear the word, show the world what you believe. Order now.
Our guest is sponsored by Palms Place. Visit us at www.palmsplace.co for all your supplement needs.
I've been using Modern Aminos for almost a year now. For all my preps, get the best peptides tested now on modernaminos.com. Code Leo always gives you the biggest discount possible.
What?
Salt or anything?
So I'll take.
When pumping up, I mean, like.
So we used to pump it. We used we use rice cakes, obviously. Oh, granola. Granola is the truth for me, bro. It's crazy how like things come full circle because it was a show that I did prior to 2021 or 2022 or something like that. That I did in San Diego. And I lived in San Diego at the time, and I decided to use granola because I was using that bare granola throughout the entire prep. And decided to use it, and that shit, like once you have the big meal, just granola, that shit just keeps you full. And it has almonds in it because I use like the French vanilla almond, so it has fats, it has sodium, and it has carbs, and it's dry.
Yeah.
And I got to see that shit works well.
You just ate it raw?
Yeah, it's just roll it, come in the bag, and it's a good taste. So you just
next men's physique show, amateur show backstage.
Everyone,
see all these granola guys. Everyone still looks like crap.
Yeah, like oops. Maybe you should try it before peak week. You know what I mean? Yeah. But be careful because I bought two bags. Right? I seen one of them had like 8 grams of sugar, so obviously you be very careful with the sugar because it's gonna make you hold that film of water. So there was one pack that had 8 grams. So I was like, okay, this is good. So I grabbed another bag thinking it was the same flavor, but it wasn't. And that flavor had like 16, 17 grams of sugar. So I was in the car, right? It was coming back, and I ate it. I was like, this is too sweet. You know how if something has a little bit of sugar, it has some flavor, but it don't have too much sugar. So I ate that one. I'm like, nah, this is too sweet to be safe. So I looked at it, and I seen it was more, and I seen that it was a different flavor, but they look exactly the same. So that almost fucked my look up. But
maybe you even wouldn't have if you hadn't tasted it. You know,
yeah,
it's psychological too.
True.
But crazy, yeah. Like that's a wild approach. I've never heard that. But that's like so many years of doing it over and over, and you're like, oh, I do this and I do that. So that just shows you that like everyone is so different.
Absolutely.
Especially like when it comes to digestion too. Like some people with granola would be like some are like gluten intolerant or they like that doesn't work for them. Oats, you know.
Yeah.
They get bloated from oats. It's so different, man.
And I kept apple cider vinegar in the plan for peak week, so I'm still having that, so it still helped me burn everything, get rid of like that bloating. Also using the digestive enzymes. I'm real big on like whatever I eat, making sure that my gut is not taxing my gut too much. You know what I mean? So like that's an emphasis I also put into peak week.
Crazy. And then when it comes to the whole prep, what were you taking? Also like fat burners and stuff. Like what do you do to get to that peeled look?
Peeled look. So I was doing Clen and I was doing T3, and like I'll start with that first, and then I don't use any other fat burners until I do it in stages. You know what I mean? So the first is this, and then so we use the Clen and T3, and then we up the cardio a little bit. So now that's like level 2 of getting conditioned. Then level 3 is I use like the bioheat and bioburn. So I'll do cardio without it first, and then I'll add it in. So it's like your body's
That's from your sponsor, just
fat
burners.
So and again, it's fat burn. It's also helping you drop some water too. So there's levels. You know what I mean? Like this is level 1 conditioning. Now it's time to turn it up. This way your body recognizes that something different is happening, that something different is being introduced. So push a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Do you cycle the Clen? Do you up it? Do you use ketotifen and run the same through?
So I up it. So I'm starting at like 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing half a tablet, and then I'll up it to 40, and we up it to 80, and then I started low, and then I upped it over time.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that too. I go maybe up to maximum 80, and then I would take a break.
Yeah.
But I also usually start pretty late, but the last week I take it out. You take it out too?
So not the whole week. We stopped playing Wednesday and stopped T3 Thursday.
Yeah. So because it might be, so when you get full, it might hinder that a little bit.
And that's where you have this, like, your genetic advantages. It's hard for me to get flat, especially the chest. Like, it's hard for me. Like, I'll fucking eat a few carbs and I'm already there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to get flat in the chest. So, like,
so you can be very moderate with the carb up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
Because if people have to eat so much,
that shit sucks. I have clients who have to like
your stomach too.
Exactly, because you want to eat to fill up, but it's like now, okay, you're still not getting your muscle to where I need it to be, but now like your gut's kind of protruding.
Yeah.
But you gotta like mitigate that, and I also think people do the carbs. They'll take out too much water. They'll fucking like go crazy on their water cut. So over time you learn, okay, if your stomach is being protruding and you're not like seeing the carbs move to your body, you need some more water. You know what I mean? It's like you just learn these things over time. You know what I mean?
How about the T3? Do you always keep the same dose?
For the most part. So I'll up it. I keep like half a tablet for most of it, and then when it's time to really like, I'll go up to a
because
tablet.
I've met or I've seen people, not that I would coach them and do that, but they took so much they just burned themselves away.
Yeah.
Even taking a bunch of tren, they were just like inside out and not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really bad. So you can overdo stuff too, and you said when you if you want to do classic, you would have to do more gear. So with the gear, you're very, very low, very moderate.
Very moderate. Like I can cut out tests like kind of, because again, my issue is holding water.
Mm-hmm.
I hold water a lot, so like that's my biggest issue. So like I'll cut the test out super early to make sure I'm getting all the water out. You know what I mean? But I run very moderate doses.
That's interesting. So and do you run orals like early on or very late?
6 weeks out. 6 weeks out.
And so you don't have any estrogen converting things you take when you take the test out?
So I'll keep a Remidex in. I have a Remidex in. I like to use the DIM, so I'll up it to like 2 capsules of DIM, but then obviously
even when the testosterone is out, you still use a Remidex.
I do because
you must have zero estrogen then. Where is it coming from?
But I'm sure that Halo activates.
No.
Halo, I don't activate it.
No.
Okay, so for me, my tell is the sensitivity to nipples. Like I'll get a little puffiness, and I know something's happening there. I know it could also be prolactin, but I'm not taking anything that would cause it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy. So yeah, I mean sometimes it can work, but like if I would take zero test, and I would, my estrogen will probably be like non-existent.
Yeah.
So if I take Remidex, it goes from 0 to 0.
But sometimes you do things for the look too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's something that you add in because of the look that it gives your physique. I know the Remidex is gonna get me dry, like my issue is holding the water. So the Remidex is gonna get me that much drier, and I'm not running it the entire time. As it gets closer, that's when I'm like, I'll turn it up.
Yeah, you're lucky that you are. You said you're like always full.
Yeah.
Because if
I
would do what you're doing, like
I'm
the flattest guy on the planet, I wouldn't get a pump. I would cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to keep my estrogen, I would say around 15 to 20.
Yeah.
So the range is 20 to 50. So I go very low. But if I kill my estrogen completely, I'm just a flat.
Yeah.
I'm pancake on stage, and I'm not the biggest, so I can't.
I get you.
So yeah.
We all have things that we have to contend with. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably get bone dry.
Yeah.
It's probably easy for you to get bone dry. For me, it don't matter how shredded you come in. If you holding water, it's gonna fucking show. And I feel like that's hurt me in the past. Like I don't get as dry as some of the other guys do. I'm gonna stay full, but I don't get as dry. So we all have our thing to contend with.
But you have so much thickness, like your chest, that maybe sometimes just the mass makes you look less dry. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's like so much tissue, you're like, it can't be dry.
Yeah.
but it actually is. So
come here. It's dry. I promise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get closer. That's crazy, man. So when you train in off season, like, do you also stop yourself, or and also if you don't, how do you train when you want to put on size?
Okay, so obviously, in these later years of my bodybuilding, my focus is on like my internal health, my general health, and also like my spiritual health. You know what I'm saying? So like I do yoga. I'm making sure I'm doing like my yoga sequence at least 3 times a week. So like, and I also understand like the damage that in consuming all this food can do. Like, we're not meant to consume as much food as we do, especially in the sport. So if I haven't had a time where I needed to grow since 2023 when I was trying to go classic, and then I got to like 230 at that point. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm not really trying to grow and I built the muscle that I have, I eat to sustain the muscle. But some days I'll fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's part of my world a lot now.
Mm-hmm. But if you, let's say you want to grow, let's say you would switch to classic now. Most stupid idea ever, because you're going to win the Olympia probably. But let's say you switch to classic. How do you train when you want to put on size?
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Is there a system like,
progressive overload? But I'm big on feeling the muscle. Keep going up, but don't go up past a weight you can't absolutely control. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I learned while being in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Before, I still had mind muscle connection, but it wasn't me knowing, okay, you know how much you can make a rep hurt. We all know that. We know we can make a rep hurt depending on how slow we go, how much we drag the muscle. Like, don't lift the muscle, drag the weight. I know when it's time to grow, I'm making sure I'm eating in a surplus and I'm pushing the weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing, okay, this week I was able to hit this much. I'm not able to get like 8 of this weight, but real slow and controlling it. Let me push, see how much I can do now. And that's how I felt like I got leg growth for sure. Just pushing the weight, but making sure you can control it. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you make every rep hurt, because you know when you're doing it, you know when you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, just being honest with myself and make sure every rep hurts.
Yeah. Do you like, how many days a week would you train? Would you train with low volume, high volume, just high intensity, low volume? Well, how would you go about it? Or do you have like the one system, like, oh, I'm a doc crap guy, I'm a rest pause guy?
Okay, so I have a system.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, it's high intensity, low reps for those working sets, but then I have something called 10-10-10 at the end. Mm-hmm. So I'll drop the weight maybe to like half of it, and then 10 reps, rest 10 seconds, 10 reps, rest 10 seconds, 10 reps. This way I'm still getting that volume in, even when I'm doing lower reps.
It's kind of higher reps, yeah.
Yeah. So,
okay, so you kind of like do power building, if you want to put on size.
Yeah.
So the pump at the very end, you like total annihilation, and before it, like the strength, progressive overload.
Yep. And I feel like it adds another dimension to your muscle. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to one of my clients today, he was like, yo, that 10-10 fucking kills me. Because like, obviously you're pushing, you're giving maximum effort, but then just just knowing you have to hit that number, but beforehand, you're not trying to hit a number, you're just going until failure, like until your body can't do it no more. But obviously you're gonna be lower reps since you're increasing the weight.
How high is the weight that you choose? Is it a weight you could do maybe 20 times?
So for me, say if I'm on shoulder press, right, and I got like 4 plates, and I'm getting like 6 to 7 in my working sets, I'll drop it to like a plate and a quarter, because I know by the time I get to that second round of 10, I'm finished. You know what I'm saying? So like, I eyeball it that way. You know what I mean? I go back to maybe the warm-up weight, because I know after those working sets, trying to do 10,
yeah,
it's gonna fucking
10-second break.
10-second rest.
Yeah, that's very, very short.
Bro, I know you've been saying we gotta train, but we do have to train for sure.
Yeah.
Let me get out this little push or slump a little bit, and I got you.
Yeah, let me get back on gear. Let me get back on gear. When you prepping and you need some push, that'd be good.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's an interesting system with the. I wonder how many guys are going to try that out. Comment on
Yeah.
Who's going to do the 10-10-10?
Let me know. A lot of you guys probably already do it.
Yeah. This your next like kind of thing, the 10-10-10 guy.
Mm-hmm.
We have the peaking. So I want to talk to you about because bodybuilding obviously is a mental sport. Mm-hmm. You have to keep going, and a lot of people are like, why the hell am I doing this? It's so much suffering. What gives you the strength and the motivation to pursue the final ultimate shreds?
Yeah.
What?
What I think, me introducing or like bringing this into my life and having success at it early, it let me know that it's something that I can do. I have the passion, I also have like the gift for it. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed a certain way to have the gift for it. So it's like, okay, you don't want to waste that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that you can like achieve greatness at. So why not do it? You know what I'm saying? I think, and also once you decide to do something, this actually is more important. What was I gonna say?
We can cut stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to blank.
Time.
But okay, so me not competing for 2 years,
yeah,
I realized how much, not that I need it, but how beneficial it is for my life when I have something to strive for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not just getting clients. Obviously, there's joy in helping other people to do something. But if your goal is just to make as much money as you can, I've never been driven by that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just having a goal where you're focusing energy on, and you can like create a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can create an outcome that I want, and that's intoxicating as human beings. Like, we're made to create. So if you know, and I've been able to do this in my career, where it's like I'm going for a certain goal, and I can like make the outcome be what I want it to be. Like, people saying what I want them to say, like, you can create a whole outcome doing this. And like, once you do it once, it's intoxicating. You want to keep on doing it. You know what I mean? So like, it just the outcome at the end, and I also know that each prep is giving me something different to learn about myself. You know what I mean? Like, bodybuilding has helped me learn so much about myself, it's helped me grow so much. So like, the suffering and all that, that's part of life anyway. You know what I mean? If you can do something where you can choose the type of suffering you go through because you know there's a return that you want at the end, there's gonna be suffering regardless. So might as well put yourself in a track where you can control the suffering that's happening to you. You know what I mean? Because if not, life is gonna choose something for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, do you have a lot of people that kind of support you, or do you pull strength from, I don't know, a religion, God, like anything? Or...
So I have like my lady who supports me. You know what I'm saying? But just in the beginning of my journey, I'm very self-driven. Like, when I first started, I coached myself. Like, my first couple shows, I coached myself. Won my first show, won my second show. My first nationals going to Vegas, coached myself, went to Dolo. Then I went to Miami by myself. I was one of those guys, just going by myself. And so I'm very self-motivated, because like, once you have a goal, like, in the beginning, I'm very self-motivated. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in a place where I built people who support me on social media. Like, all that shit means something to me. You know what I mean? Like, you like going to do something. I know I have people even like praying for me like to do well. You know what I mean? So like, it's a whole different level, and I can feel that energy. You know what I mean? So I'm self-motivated, but I've been able to gain so much support, and when I'm doing that, I can feel it. It's like Goku into the spirit bomb. You know what I mean? Like, I can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of cool if people are behind you, and you also want to kind of do it for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's extra energy that you can feed off of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. So, when you look at the other divisions, or like overall, was there, idols, role models that you have, inspirations that you have, and also if you do you follow the other divisions?
I do. At this point, like I've grown to love bodybuilding a lot more now. So like I follow Classic, and like there's so many killers in Classic, and there's so many like dope bodies in Classic. Like Niall is a dope one, and Niall I seen when he was like younger too. You know what I mean? Like we've been tapped in for a while. So like just seeing him, like he's the real deal. You know what I mean? You're not seeing someone locked in, they do everything they're supposed to do. Like
he could probably do men's physique too.
Yeah, he could get tiny ass waist, right? So like seeing guys like that. Also, early on, I'm trying to see some of the Classic guys who I really liked before. Terrence Ruffin. There's also Courage Oport. He's like so low key.
He's 212 now.
Yeah, he's 212 now, but before he was Classic. But he's just so low key. But every time you see him on stage, you stay that he has a physique that you remember. You know what I mean? So just like guys who I respect their work ethic, and I respect how they carry themselves. And open. Let's see. I'm a fan of Kai Green just because like I feel like he's on the spiritual side, and I feel like he's also from New York. Probably went through some stuff, but like still able to maintain a good reputation in the game. It's a lot of guys who I just respect. I don't like really idolize anyone, but there's a lot of guys who I respect how they carry themselves, and I respect what they're able to do consistently.
Was there never anyone who's like, I want to look like that?
Fucking Flexitron Sean Roden, bro.
Nice.
Bro, like all those guys, like Sean Roden. I always mix up him and Flex Wheeler.
Yeah.
Those two physiques, like those shits are like insane to me.
Flex is in the podcast before you.
Yeah, dope. Hey, but like just like those physiques look like anime physiques, but in real life, like those I like those physiques. You know what I mean? Where it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, you kind of have a little bit maybe of a Cedric McMillan structure.
Okay. I like Cedric.
Yeah.
I like Cedric.
He has a big chest and like a little shorter torso.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I was always like that always looks so impressive when you have long legs, but they're still huge. Like
the long femur problem.
Janicki has his legs are huge, but they're long. They're super long, and I'm like, dude, they're so long, but that's so rare.
Yeah,
and
yes.
I love that look, but it's extra hard.
It's hard to fill out.
Yeah.
It's hard. They don't look skinny at the bottom for a long time.
And the same thing, like Arnold too. Like
yeah.
we all have these short torsos and these freaking long quads. I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta make those big, man. But that, if you do, that's like
the return.
Really
the return is huge on it.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. You said you grew up in New York, right?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up, and how was growing up in New York?
So I grew up in Far Rockaway, Edgemere. Like so that's
What's it called?
Far Rockaway, Edgemere.
Where's that?
So it's in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's in Queens. It's the projects. You know what I mean? Like
is it like close to like Richmond Hill or something, or Jamaica or something?
Oh, it's close to Jamaica, like Jamaica Avenue and all that stuff. So like grew up there for like my younger years. Then we moved to Woodside. My family got into like a big fucking brawl out there. It was bad.
Oh, shit.
It was bad. And then we moved to like Woodside. But then I spent like a year or two in Long Island with my.
You have a bunch of siblings, or?
Yeah, so I have five sisters and one brother.
Ooh.
A lot of female energy in the house. You know what I mean? But my sisters grew up in that neighborhood. It's a rough neighborhood. They're all savages, bro. They're all savages. But like good-hearted people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So grew up in Far Rockaway. Then moved to Woodside. In between being there, like we lived in Hempstead with my aunt for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But then we came back to Woodside, and then I moved to Astoria. So, but I lived all over Queens.
Astoria, there's a powerhouse, right? There's a new powerhouse.
Oh, okay. So I didn't live in New York while I bodybuilt.
Yeah.
So
when did you get out?
So I left. I think I was 18 when I left New York, and I joined the military, joined the Navy.
And when you come back to New York now, like, how do you feel about it? Like, how's the difference?
So it's a lot. It's a lot the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my friends are still. It's cool seeing a lot of my friends doing like different things that they're doing, but it's still the same energy there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to move back to New York. I feel like I always felt this way. Like if you leave a place and you move back, you feel like you're going backwards in life a little bit.
Yeah.
It's probably not what it is because you're seeing something at a different level at that point. But I would never move back. I feel like I'm moving backwards. The only place I moved back to is San Diego. The only place I moved back to.
San Diego's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you move back to Manhattan in a penthouse,
I think
you'd be forgiven.
It'd be a different vibe completely. So maybe.
But at the current tax
bracket,
it's probably not the greatest. So what do you hear about that from your friends and everyone there? Like, are they all frustrated how New York developed? I'm not talking about the mayor right now. He's just in office for like, I don't know, half a year.
Yeah.
But like the whole development, it's like, what like, are they frustrated because everything's crazy expensive?
See, I think from the outside looking in, it just seems like terrible. But I think people who've lived there, they've had to deal with the increase incrementally. You know what I'm saying? So like they're prepared to work. You know what I'm saying? They're prepared to like do what they got to do. You know what I mean? So I don't really hear the frustration. Obviously, they'd be like, it's expensive as hell out here, but I don't really hear the frustration from them because they're gonna make it work regardless. That's
good. That's good to hear. So because you know how media is, they always show you the 3 guys that protest. You don't know how the 3 million that don't protest.
Exactly.
So it doesn't mean because there's like 5,000 protesting that all the rest is like, oh my God, we can't do it.
I think survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? Like people who can't really cut it, they're gonna complain a little, and not saying that they shouldn't be protesting like that. I think there is like just maybe it's getting to a point where it's just out of control. But I think for the most part, people are survivors. They're gonna make it work. They're gonna do what they gotta do to make sure they're making the income they need to like survive. And I think a lot of my people are like that.
How did the military change your outlook on life?
It changed it a whole lot. It gave me that.
Who were you when you got into the military, and who were you when you came out?
Oh, okay. I had a little bit of a temper beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got out of high school. Didn't really choose a path to go into right away. I boxed while I was in high school, but then when I got out of high school, I wasn't going to the gym still. I was kind of like, I would do like side jobs with my homeboy because my homeboy had like hookups. So we do like, we go to the Bronx and you know like they have like the concrete mills with the tanker full of water. We'll go like paint that just to make some money and then go party. Like me and me, we do parties, fights would break out at the party. We're like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of doing that shit for a couple months. And then my sister was like, hey, bro, you gotta do something. Either you go to the military or you figure out what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to the military, and I think the military gave me a whole lot of structure. It also, like once I got to my duty station, I was an air traffic controller, so I got a pretty good ASVAB score. And becoming an air traffic controller, it's either do or die. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people fail out of that A school, and for me it was like I can't fuck this up. I can't go back home like, hey, I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So like that was in my mind. So I wanted to make sure it remind you that once something needs to get done, you gotta get it done regardless. You know what I'm saying? So like me being in A school, I adopted that mindset, and then me going to my first duty station, like, hey, this the work. I looked at training PL, so yeah, like stay after work, log all the training hours, log all that stuff. So it's like I don't want to do that shit, but once they give you a job, you have to see it through. You know what I mean? I think that lends to bodybuilding, obviously.
Yeah, there's no plan B.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like. And then once you're immersed in a certain like culture or workspace, you want to do well. You know what I mean? So it was me understanding that when you have a mission, you have to accomplish it. Also controlling my emotions, controlling it. Like there's so many times where I got in trouble in the military because I didn't control them at first. Like when you come from a certain place, if someone talks to you crazy.
Big surprise, guys. I'm now with Gasp. The clothing is very cool. Everyone who's deep into bodybuilding knows Gasp stands for bodybuilding. Now 50% off with my code Leo for a very short amount of time. In over a decade of coaching, what I learned is you have to be able to ask the right questions and then know the proper answers. That's what I do best. If you want to find out more, get one of my 2 books I wrote on training, endocrinology, peptides. Sign up if you want to join my coaching. Links in the description below, or just message me on Instagram.
All right, now we're gonna handle it.
Yeah.
In the military, they can talk to you crazy. Like, what you gonna hit the chief? You gonna hit the chief, and now you're getting arrested. Now your life is fucked. Yeah. So you have to learn to control yourself. Words are just words. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where I got in trouble. I punched the window out. So then. They knew what happened. Someone screamed, one of my instructors screamed at me. I didn't like it. Instead of me punching him, because I knew that I was going to arrest, I just unplugged, left, punched the window out. And then now, I had all the chiefs in my face. I'm sitting there as a young airman. They're like, oh, you think you can just use violence? Because now they're all screaming at me, knowing I can't do shit. And it's like you learn very quickly. Like, if people can control your emotions, they can control you. And that was one of the biggest lessons, like,
well, why do you think you didn't learn that before?
Because one, I think I didn't learn it before because I never had enough stimulus or barriers to have to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Because if someone talks to me crazy, we're going to either fight or I can do something about it. When you're in a certain environment, you know that's not the way you can handle things. You know what I mean? So I didn't have enough stimulus where someone could do that to me without me having to handle it a certain way.
And in school, you just got through this?
I got into fights in school.
but they, I don't know. But seemingly it didn't have many consequences.
But teachers aren't going to yell at you the way that your chief is going to yell at you, or like not George, or RCO going to scream at you. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are going to because they know it's still free reign. I mean, obviously you'll get in trouble, but you can still handle it that way. You know what I mean? But teachers aren't going to really scream at you and get you in trouble the same way, I feel like.
So I guess a lot of your friends also have the same issue, huh?
Some of them for sure.
What do you think? How can that be? Did you have a dad at home?
and that's, I was gonna say that I didn't have a dad at home. So when you grow with a dad, you understand that hierarchy where like someone could like raise their voice at you and you can't beat your dad, so you have to control yourself. I grew up with women, you know what I'm saying, mostly women, and although they can instill as much as they can in me, it's not gonna be the same as a woman doing it. So like that's something that was also brought to my attention. Like me being in the military, about having to listen to men and that you can't handle it a certain way, I needed that structure as well. You know what I mean? So we grew up with mostly women in my life, and then going to the military where now you have men instructing you, like that's a rite of passage I think every boy should go through.
Maybe we need former military to go in schools in like some districts.
I think it would work. I think because I don't even think, like personally, you don't realize how much of a difference that makes. You know what I'm saying? You just, all right, I'm cool. Like I'm a fairly well behaved. Like my mom or I didn't grow up with my biological mom. I grew up with my oldest sister who took me in. Like she did the best to instill like manners in me. You know what I'm saying? We were all very like well mannered kids. You know what I'm saying? But obviously when you're in certain situations, it's hard to control yourself. But that was instilled. But dealing with heightened emotions and how to deal with those, you know what I mean? I had to learn.
That's interesting. So since you said you always want to strive for a goal, and that kind of gives your life purpose, and what do you plan to do when you don't bodybuild anymore?
Okay, so again, being into music, like me.
What kind of music? Rap or?
So I make beats, so I produce and I also rap. But I like to harmonize when I rap, so it's a different kind of rap. I'll let you hear something. It's a different kind of rap, but I also make the beats. I'm big on controlling the music as well. I mean, so that's what I would do. I would just try to, it's really building something when it's making something out of like silence. It's fire. You know what I mean? You sit you first you start with like stuff with some drum pattern. And then it just comes to you, like the melody comes to you now, like the little hi-hats come to you, like that shit is, I enjoy doing that. And like for me, the goal is to like actually put together a concise project. I have a couple songs out right now, but like putting together, like building a story out of the music, that's what I want to attack.
Do you play an instrument too?
So I went to Louis Armstrong and I played the violin for like a good half a year.
Yeah, cool. My mom is a professional violin player.
That's fine. That's fire. Okay.
My parents are both musicians.
That's fire. That's fun. So I played the violin for like half a year, and then me and some fucking dude named Carlos got into a little scuffle in the room with all the instruments, and we broke a cello, either a cello or a bass.
That's expensive.
So I got kicked out of orchestra after that. So I had like that tick for music, but I was on the path, and then my temper got me out of it. But I think
Did you have to pay for it?
No, we didn't pay for it. But I just got kicked out. You know what I mean? It could be expensive.
But if it's a school orchestra, maybe they don't have the most expensive instruments.
True. They have like
maybe
stuff.
It's a $2K cello, but you can pay tons of money for that stuff.
And it was both of us. So it was like who
was it?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then you pay 50-50.
Word. Nah. I'm glad he didn't know. Yeah, my ass, boy.
Yeah. Wow. And business-wise, are you into business? Are you into finance? Are you into anything?
I haven't. So that's the area of my life that I want to like center in on more. I've never been like a money-driven person, but I coach now, so I'm getting my business acumen together and like how to structure my business so that you make as much as you can. Also, make an investment like that. That's what I'm trying to learn now. You know what I mean?
But I think that's really good because a lot of people just have the wrong motivation. Dude, I have gotten a lot of offers to work with people where I would have made way more money.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, my life is great. I'm not like starving.
Yeah.
So I'm not trading.
Yeah.
Like even if I would have made double, triple, I don't care.
Yeah.
If I want to wake up and have a great life.
I like slow mornings. I like to be able to do what I want. Like I don't want to trade the freedom for the money. Like I'd rather have the freedom to do with my day the things I want to. I want to find something that I really, really love and passionate about, like bodybuilding, like music, and be able to do that, and the money will come in. If you're just chasing the money, it's empty. You know what I mean?
And what I do is, sure, I work, but it's not forced. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shoot, I gotta do. Of course, sometimes shoot, I gotta do this now. But it's this part where of uncomfortable work, which is always a part you have somehow, and that requires a bit of discipline. But it's to a degree that is very healthy.
Yeah.
And if a lot of people have work where the fun part is very
Very
slim,
small, yeah.
and they're like, F it, I gotta do it. It's very big.
Yeah.
And then they get frustrated, they have bad lives, have a nice bank account, but the bank account is probably going to be not that nice because they try to buy all kinds of stuff they don't need.
Yeah.
And I don't buy all that stuff because I'm good, so I don't have to make up for stuff.
Absolutely.
So many people buy something. I'm always like, you earn a lot. Where's that money going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of people just trying to fill the gap, and then they buy stupid stuff they never use.
So, I think just if you feed too much into social media, feed too much into like bullshit, it's gonna have you think that's what you need to do, but it's not. You'll be able to tell if you feel happy, if you feel like you have the freedom to live. And me coming from the military, where like I gotta be here. Like it's the job that I had. It was certain hours for it, but they can call you in early for muster. They can call you in early for this. They can call you in. So I had 8 years of being told how my time was being spent. So me living like this, getting to do something that I actually enjoy, and not having to like answer to someone at all times.
Yeah.
This is, you really see what it means, like what's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
100%. So let us know, why are you going to beat Ryan Terry?
I feel like the thing is, me and Ryan Terry have been going against each other for a while. Like back in 2018, 2019, 2020, we've gone against each other, and I beat him then. I know what my strengths physiques are. I feel like they match up to his strengths, weaknesses. I feel like it's a good matchup, and I feel like my physique edges his out. I feel like over the years he's made crazy improvements, but I still think I could bring what I need to outshine his physique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What aspects do you have that are better than him?
I think I have a smaller waist. I think I have a more drastic taper. I think I have a fuller chest. I think my back, a little more dimensions as far as like how wide my lats go. I think I could bring more detail. And I want to out-condition him. I feel like that's where he really like shined last year. His condition was crazy. I want to out-condition it, but still keep that same fullness. Yeah. And again, this is another opportunity to like connect with my higher self, connect with the thing that animates me, and allow it to guide me through this process. You know what I mean? So I
feel also like Ryan Terry is like a grainy man's physique athlete, kind of.
He's a
what? You have a grainy.
Yeah.
And you are more like, that's what we would call clean.
Yeah.
Your skin is very fresh and smooth, but it's like you still have the conditioning and everything. I think, from my perspective, that's what's wanted in that division. But obviously, we always see that if people stand next to each other, sometimes you're like, okay, now it looks different.
Yeah.
So we will have to see that. We can't forget about Ali Bilal. I mean, we have there's so many good guys. And
yes.
When they don't nail it, they can fall behind 5 spots.
Absolutely.
And then they can come up 5 spots again. It's kind of wild. But I feel they kind of judge down if you have 2 skinny legs. And I think they should, but I feel like they're actually doing it right now. Because there are some guys where I'm like, man, like there has to be a little more in the pants.
Yeah. And now it's gonna be because the way they want the shorts now is very obvious. It's very
exactly.
Just not making an X frame. It's very obvious.
Yeah, since the shorts are not, you can't wear them a little wider anymore. You look really stupid if you don't have, if you have way too small legs.
Yeah.
It looks like these cartoons,
It's gonna fucking scream at people.
What's
that?
I mean? What's the cartoon?
Johnny Bravo.
Carly Gambino, where the dad has like this huge head. American Dad or something. This huge head with this huge...
Yeah, American Dad.
Yeah.
American Dad.
That's kind of like man's physique, up like this and...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, come on. Let's do Olympia Classic.
Ooh, okay.
Top 3.
Let's run it. Top 3?
You can do top 5.
All right. I'm gonna start with open. I'll start open.
Okay, start with open.
I think seeing that the guest posing, Andrew Jackson was fucking peeled right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Derek Lewis, I think he's a dog. You know what I mean? Like dog, like they make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You can be counting them out, but they just their willpower is strong.
Yeah.
I think Nick Walker will come back again. I'm a fan of Nick Walker. I think that he's willed his physique and his self to be where he's at, and I think that he's in a different zone now. I feel like he's trusting himself, listening to himself. So I think he can break that top 3. I think Derek Lewis is going to be up there because he's a dog, and I think Andrew Jack, his physique is just too appealing, it catches the eye too much. I'm saying I'm a fan of Samson. I think that there's like something off each time as of recent. So each time, but if he nails it, he's in that mix. You know what I'm saying? There's Martin. I like Martin's physique.
Ali Chopin's now coach.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tripping.
I can't forget Heidi. I can't forget. So Heidi's up there in my top. So that's 5 right there, right?
With Martin, it's 5. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
With Heidi, it's 5.
Yeah.
So I think top 6 would be with them. It's Martin, Heidi, Derek, Samson, Nick, Andrew.
I think if Martin nails it, he's absolutely in there. For him, it's just so important to be peeled.
Yes.
If he's not peeled, he's like...
You can,
because he just gets the detail from, I don't know, body fat percentage 7 to 5.
Yeah.
And he gets all of it. It's like 90% of his detail.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At 7%, he looks like 12.
Yeah.
And then 2 more percent, all of a sudden, chiseled. So
very accurate. Very accurate.
He really needs that. But we don't know if he's going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Nick Walker is not qualified yet, but he looks in great shape. No, he didn't do any shows. He just at the Arnold got second. And as a 6 he got 6. He's not qualified.
Oh yeah.
I think top 3 is qualified. I think automatically.
Oh, is it top 2?
Top 3, I think, and a few 1.
You got you. Okay.
So he still needs to.
I didn't realize that. I feel like how come I feel like he won something? I feel like he won something recently.
Well, he definitely. Kind of won, but he didn't. He was second.
He was second. He was second. It was that whole fucking controversy.
But it was definitely like a win in the whole industry, everything for him coming off this kind of disappointment that he had.
Yeah.
I think he's so peeled. He's probably going to do Texas.
Oh, okay.
People are talking about it.
Go get that qual right there. Go get that qual. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Classic.
Classic. I'm a fan of Logan Franklin. I feel like Logan Franklin should have won that Arnold.
But he's not. You're not gonna even compete till next year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But me too. I'm a fan. But he doesn't want to do podcasts. Come on, Logan.
Yeah. He's in the cut. So obviously there's Mike Summerfield, there's Wesley Visser. So I'm trying to get the names.
So last year was Ramon, Mike, Terrence, Jose is out.
Who? Oh yeah, he's gonna open.
Niall, so Niall would be in 4th now. Then was Diego Galindo.
Yeah.
6th. I don't even know what 7th. Was it Menegate already? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the Brazilian dude, right?
I think Whistler's was 8th.
Whistler's was 8th?
Yeah, 9th was Badarina. But he got pretty beat the last few shows. Because he had 6 in Pittsburgh and New York, I think 2.
I gotta see his face.
Badarina is the guy that has a little bit of this bump set structure.
I need to talk about. Yeah.
The weakness is kind of his back and last time his conditioning. But if he comes really peeled, he could be good again. I don't know.
Him fucking like peeled inside out would be fucking nasty. So okay. So I know him more through his first name for some reason, but Badarina.
Justin.
Yeah.
They have tons of good people.
Yeah, Classic is stacked. Is stacked.
We also have this guy with the super tiny waist, the Hungarian guy. Man, I'm blanking.
Piotr.
Piotr.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say him.
Let's call him Peter.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the Hungarian word for Peter.
Yeah.
So that guy's also really good. We got a bunch of
it's stacked. I think Mike Summersfield, like his shape is like very, very appealing. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think people with a taller physique, like taller stature, they can like outshine him a little bit. But they have to be wide enough. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like ballerina, just him coming in peel, like hitting his mark, like that'd be impressive to see. I think Nial's structure, tiny ass waist. I think he just has that physique they want. You know what I mean? For the division. Damn. But that one's harder to call. That one's harder to call for me.
Yeah. I would think it's like apples and oranges, because Mike against Ramon is kind of like the silhouette.
Yeah.
Against the more detail.
Yeah.
So Mike has detail like crazy in his legs, but the back and the upper body does not have that detail, like side chest, like the brachialis coming out, like all these details. Also in the shoulders that Ramon has.
Yeah.
So I think Ramon versus Mike is detail versus shape.
Yeah. But I feel like classic is detail. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Once you have the shape, detail is way heavier.
I mean, Ramon doesn't have a bad shape, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
He was great detail and shit shape. You won't still
yeah.
But it's not that pronounced. He doesn't have that crazy taper flare or anything. So, but yeah, it might be.
That was hard to call. The
crazy thing is, if someone's just 5% off, they just drop 5 spots.
They make room for a lot of the guys.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But it's also going to be cool because I feel that in the Open last year, almost everyone was off.
Yeah.
Not even Derek was 100% and he won. And I mean, I hope they go for the peeled look. Because I feel if Derek comes peeled, he's so complete. Like,
for sure.
If he's really, like, remember the Arnold he won against Samson? Everyone was like not expecting it at all. That was the first time Aceto coached him, the first show, and he just
hit the mark.
Yeah. I feel if he can do that again, and now he's probably has, like, I don't know, 3-4 pounds more, if not, like, who cares?
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
People count them out because the numbers are impressive, but Samson also has to come in shape. So, like, he is huge, obviously, but
we've seen him. He tried to, like, he was undersized. You know what I'm saying? He was undersized. Like last year, he was undersized. So he has to just kind of find that balance for him. That's gonna fucking like get him.
And I feel the danger is now that he's afraid to be undersized, so he comes off.
Yeah.
So he comes out shredded enough because he's too afraid to lose muscle. Yeah. I don't know. Unless he knows exactly why he lost that muscle. Maybe he had fake gear, whatever. You know? It's like, okay, then,
easy fix. It's a very big control.
Do you think he should take another coach, or he should stick to his wife?
Cause he was able to nail the look with his wife before, wasn't he? When he won.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm a big advocate of people like. I think a lot more people should like trust themselves. Like, obviously you need that outside eye to like confirm what you're doing, but like trust themselves and like listening to their body and not listening to the outside. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think the question is pretty easy. Does a person need a coach necessarily? No. Does an individual need a coach? Yeah, the individual might need a coach because their personality requires someone else to help them.
Yes.
You can't say in general, or you also can't say he couldn't learn it over time.
Yeah.
Like Nick Walker basically coached himself. Now they say it was Guy Cisternino. I don't know, but I don't think Nick needs someone really. Yeah. Unless like a little bit, like you say, like a little consultant that looks here and there. But so yeah, we'll see. I think it would be cool if they would stay together and then win. Yeah. It would be kind of like in your face. But then again, I'm also rooting for Derek, so. Gotcha. But it would be cool. It would be cool definitely for just if Samson wins, I want him to win with his wife.
Yeah.
Just because everyone would shut up. It'd be like, here you go, guys.
I think it would make a huge statement. It does make a huge statement. Like,
and it would be nice for his wife too, because it's also somewhat disrespectful. Just, if it was because of her being his wife, like the relationship, that people had a problem with it.
Yeah.
That would be something different, but I feel like they're like she doesn't have
credentials.
she doesn't know what she's doing.
But she probably knows his body, been watching him do this for years, and like just been paying attention to what he's doing. You know what I mean?
But if I recall correctly, she got him into bodybuilding.
Oh, really?
She was the bodybuilder.
Oh,
she
wow.
was a fan.
Oh,
if I'm correct, I think she used to be a bodybuilding, and she was the who got him into it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay.
I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me, guys. But I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Yeah. That's nuts, then. Okay.
Did you get your girl too into the sport, or did you meet her?
Okay. I met her being in the sport. She had family that were bodybuilding. Her aunt bodybuilded, and like also she had an uncle who bodybuilded. She was already in the sport. She was getting ready to do a show. She's type 1 diabetic. So like she doesn't compete. I think that she has a love for the sport, but she hasn't done it herself yet. But
that's good. That's good, to have the understanding too and everything.
Exactly. It's like the best of both worlds, where she understands really what it takes and been around it. But I think when there's a couple who compete at the same time, I think that's like a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean?
I did it with my wife.
Oh, really? I think you have to be two level-headed people, like understand yourself well, and like.
Also, I'm not one of these people that is like, oh, I need so many people to do all kinds of stuff for me.
Yeah.
Like my wife didn't have to do anything for me in my prep.
Yeah.
Like I'm not making her cook my shit or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can just do her stuff, I do my stuff. So there's some bodybuilders that sit in their ass and their wife manage their lives. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like, oh my. I mean, if your wife does it and she loves it and you cool with it, of course, But it's kind of.
Sometimes my lady asks to do more for me, but like since I already started doing it myself, like that, I know that I'm not gonna fuck. I know how I want this food to taste. I know how, and if you do it and it's not the way I want it to be,
food probably tastes better if she would do it. But
Yeah.
I'm like every time she cooks something, oh, that smells good.
It should just be like, I didn't put any salt in this. It's alright.
Yeah, like my grandma always like. No, I didn't put butter in the eggs. I like eating the eggs. I get full of butter, man. You put so much butter in the pan. It's incredible.
Trying to sabotage me something? Like, okay, this is something that like I don't talk about this too much, but like using certain seasonings to help with your bodybuilding. So I use a lot of curry, a lot of cayenne pepper, because I know like the curry is like inflammation. The cayenne pepper helps you burn fat. So like there's certain seasonings I just use in my food all the time, and I feel like just any small things can help. You know what I mean? I don't know if you do that at all.
They put pepper in all of the supplements because it helps the absorption too. They call it bioperine.
Oh, okay.
Because it sounds super, but it's
black pepper extract.
Pepper. Yeah, I think so. But no, I don't use too much pepper. But there's a pre-workout I used, and there was definitely a bunch of spices in there.
Yeah,
I could taste it.
Yeah. There's turmeric.
But yeah. I use turmeric, but I'm not. I just use the supplement.
Gotcha. You don't use the seasoning.
I don't. If I would eat like somewhat Indian, of course,
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna put turmeric on something where it shouldn't belong.
Yeah.
Just
I
to
get
have
you.
it.
But if I'm making like chicken or like cod, so I'm putting curry on there. I'm putting like cayenne pepper. Like those are staples for me, and I also factor in the fact that it's good for your body. You know what I mean? I think it's just small things people can add to like their food.
Yeah, 100%. Awesome, bro. That was awesome. Thank you for coming.
This was solid.
I hope this was a lot of the stuff you didn't talk with Jay about.
Yeah, not into detail like this. Not into detail. There was some things.
So the undetailed show you can watch on Cutler TV. If you want the real deal, you go on the Overcome podcast, of course.
Yes, indeed.
Of course. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with anyone you know. And in the description, you can find links to Kyron and anything else you might need. Bye-bye.
Peace.